Hey, this is Josh with Budget Mechanic. I live in Hawaii where I use my air conditioning all the time. And today I want to talk about an important but often overlooked maintenance item for your air conditioning. Before we get into it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Budget Mechanic and hit that bell so you get alerted when we upload a new video. So when your fancy air conditioning system makes cold air, it then blows it into the cab, right? That air needs to be filtered because there's dust and leaves and pollen and pet hair, whatever, that needs to be filtered out of the air, whether it's coming from the outside or whether it's air that's being recirculated inside. All has to pass through what's called a cabin filter or your AC filter. This can lead to bad smells and it can burn out your blower motor prematurely. On most cars, the blower motor for your AC and the cabin filter are on the passenger side under the dash, usually right behind your glove box. So the way to get to it is usually removing the glove box, and the cabin filter is right behind it. First, to remove the glove box, it's usually some form of stoppers that you just have to flex out of the way. Like on this one, you just flex the sides of the glove box. And this one has a little stopper here that I'm just going to pull off. And then the glove box will either fold all the way down, or sometimes you can actually pull the whole thing. And we have access to the blower motor, and right above it, the cabin filter. So just as a side note, your car may be a little different, but in general, you're going to have a glove box that has little stoppers on each side that you've got to either push out of the way or remove. You may or not have some sort of a damper that you've got to disconnect as well. And then usually they clip on the bottom. But the principles are all going to be the same. Now there's a little door holding the cabin filter in. I'm going to pop it off. And there's the cabin filter. And I'm going to gently pull it out. Sometimes if your cabin filter is really dirty, there'll be leaves and stuff on top of it, and if you pull it out, sometimes the leaves fall down inside your blower motor, so you just kind of want to be careful. So this one's pretty gross, but I've seen a lot worse, like with bugs or covered in leaves. And this is, you can see, it's like putting a sock in your vacuum cleaner. It stops the airflow, which makes your blower motor have to work extra hard. Plus, you get all this organic material in here. It can start to smell really funny. You get mildew, funky smells in the car. Not good. Another thing that can happen with a really dirty cabin filter is it restricts the air coming out your vents, so your AC doesn't blow as hard. While you've got the cabin filter out, you want to reach in here into your blower motor. This whole thing is the motor, and you can reach in to the moving part, and you can feel if there's any leaves that fell off the filter into the fan, because that'll make it run kind of off center or rough. So sometimes you can reach in there and grab stuff out, but this one's good to go. Okay, time to put in the new one. These are usually fairly inexpensive, and you can get different kinds. Some of them have carbon in. If you really want to try to eliminate odors, they'll catch a lot more of that smelly stuff. And you got to be careful. There is a direction. Usually there's an arrow, airflow, and airflow flows down. So it's coming out of the grills out in front of your windshield, down into the blower motor. So you want your arrows pointing down. Hook up the little dampener first, hinge in the back, and voila. So there you go. It's as easy as that. I try to do this at least once a year, if not a little more. I just check it every once in a while. But especially if you live in a place where you use your air conditioning a lot, where it's really humid and stuff that collects in the filter is going to start growing samples, then you want to do it more often. But it's actually kind of a fun little thing to do, especially if your old one is really dirty. It's a pretty satisfying job. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.